Alex, where have you been? I know I've started producing episodes again just a month or so ago, but there was about a 6 month gap where you haven't heard anything from me, and I kind of went silent for a while. And today I want to talk to you about what the big project I've been working on is, and just thanking you for your support over these years. All right, let's get it. Stock Stories 2023. Let's go. So, first of all, I want to say Stock Stories is celebrating its fifth anniversary. I cannot believe that I've been doing this now for 5 years. We've produced over 250 episodes at this point, continuing to go strong. And I first off want to say thank you so much for listening, whether you're a new listener or you've been following the work that I've been creating for years now. I want to say just from the heart, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. All the feedback you've been giving me, telling me your stories with investing, how you've been improving, getting better, making your dreams come true. It means a lot to me every time you reach out. So just want to say that first off. Thank you so much. When I started this show, my vision was to learn the skills of an investor, to become an investor. You see, I've been working as an aerospace engineer for almost 11 years now. And back in 2018, when I first started the show, I just wanted so bad to learn about investing. It was just some desire that I had deep within my heart that I just felt like I wanted to get it out into the world, share it with someone and help someone else as I was learning these things about balance sheets, about business models, about all these things. And little by little, I started accumulating knowledge and really having a great time sharing it with you on this podcast. And I'm still planning to continue with this podcast going forward. But something happened along the way. I realized that in my work as an aerospace engineer, I was not moving closer toward becoming an investor. I was learning great skills. I was meeting great people. I was doing some awesome things that I'm really proud of. But that dream in my heart was not getting fulfilled in that way. And so I thought about my options of what to do. And one of the things that I wanted to do was potentially go back to school. But then the pandemic happened, things in my family happened, lifestyle changed, and it just never really materialized. So I kind of put that on the back burner, started focusing on the show, moved across the country, did a bunch of different things. And along the way, in conversations with my wife in 2022, so last year, early last year, we started thinking about what we envisioned our lives to look like years down the road. And one of the things that we came to the conclusion of was, well, hey, we've achieved financial independence. Like, we don't have to work anymore if we don't want to. What do we want that to look like? And one of the things that we settled on was basically creating our own asset management firm. That is really the long term vision. And no, I'm not founding a firm today. I don't frankly think that I'm ready for that. I think that we're ready for that. But it is a dream. It is something that we're moving toward to become professional investors. And not just to do that, but to do it in a way that shares the knowledge and best practices with other people, such as platforms like this, like Stock Stories, or maybe even potentially other platforms in the future. But that's really the long term goal: buy businesses, invest in them, live the life of a professional investor, and then share those best practices with others through media. So that's my dream. And my wife shares that as well. But in order to get from here to there, me staying in my job was not it wasn't going to bridge the gap. So basically, what I'm trying to tell you is this past Thursday, I turned in my computer, I quit my job, I said goodbye to everybody, and I'm no longer employed. I'm fun employed right now. And you may even see, if you're watching this on the video, if you look closely, you'll see behind me, all these boxes here on the floor. That's because I'm moving from my home in Houston, Texas, moving up north, just going to be based in Chicago for now. But then that's may or may not be a permanent location depending on what I'm about to tell you next. Ultimately, what my wife and I decided to do in March of 2022 is go back to school and do it together. Specifically, we are going to be pursuing our MBAs full time in a traditional 2-year program somewhere in the United States. And we haven't quite figured that out yet. But when we made that decision, we decided, hey, this is going to be an awesome way for us to leave the workforce, pivot our careers completely, and go into something that we're really excited about and also have a lot of fun along the way, meet a ton of new people, and just overall have what we see as an incredible experience. A transformative experience is what we're seeking. And so that's basically it. The big project is I'm going back to school and I'm going back to grad school for my MBA. And you may be asking, okay, Alex, that's awesome. Well, where did you apply? Well, if you have been listening to the show for any length of time, you know that I'm the type of person that goes all in on whatever I'm doing. I really try to do my due diligence with the companies that I'm researching and presenting to you and information that I'm sharing to you. And any other big project in my life is no different. So, with business school, I ended up applying to 24 schools. So, kind of a crazy amount. The typical quote unquote typical amount is most people tend to apply to 6 or maybe even 8 schools. But I decided that, look, I'm not going to do this ever again in my life. I'm starting to get a little bit older now. I'm not going to be reapplying next year. My wife is not going to be reapplying next year. We're going to go in 100% on this thing. So why not just go 100% with everything that we're doing? So I actually have this little board here. If you're watching this, you can see it's this kind of like this tracker to keep track of all the schools that I've applied to. Did I get an interview, and whether I got in or not? And the jury's still out on a couple of these schools, but I'll go ahead and share with you some of the schools that I've already gotten accepted to. So I've got into Wharton, University of Pennsylvania. I've been accepted to UNC, Ken Flagler, Michigan Ross. Been accepted to Carnegie Mellon, Tepper School of Business, Indiana's Kelly School of Business, Wisconsin. I've been accepted to Rochester, Simon, SMU Cox over in Dallas. Been accepted to Vanderbilt Owen in Nashville, Tennessee. WashU Olin in St. Louis, Missouri. I've been accepted to Virginia, Darden School of Business in Charlottesville. I've been accepted to Dartmouth, the Tuck School of Business up in New Hampshire. I've been accepted to Rice Jones over here in Houston. I've been accepted to Cornell Johnson School of Business up in Ithaca, New York. Emory Goizetta in Atlanta, Georgia. I've been accepted to Notre Dame in Indiana. And I just found out this morning, actually, I got accepted into Yale School of Management. So, yeah, of course, there are some other results too. I've been waitlisted a couple places. Harvard rejected me. So, just kind of a mixture there. But overall, I mean, I'm just so grateful for the results. And of course, taking those into consideration along with my wife, who is also applied to business school as well. And we're just going to figure this out together as far as where we're going to go. But yeah, just it's been a lot of work. It took literally a year to get to this point. It took, geez, I've been tracking my time. It's taken almost 400 hours of dedicated effort between test preparation, essay writing, interviews. I won't get into all of it because this is a stock market podcast. I don't want to bore you with MBA stuff, but um, yeah, it's taken so much focus to get those acceptances that I just read to you right now. And so I'm incredibly grateful for the opportunities. I'm incredibly grateful for uh, everything I've been able to do and do it with the help of so many people who have advised me and mentored me in this process because the MBA application process is it's intense. Even if you're applying to just a couple schools, and I applied to 24, so it's just a massive effort. But I'm grateful that I'm at the finish line. I can finally say it. I've been waiting to share it for a long time, and yeah, I will keep you posted on where I decide to go, where my wife and I decide to attend this fall. But in the meantime, we're moving. We're going to be visiting campuses. We're going to be talking to people. and then figuring out where we want to spend these next 2 years of our lives. And then that in turn will make me a better investor, uh, a better storyteller, hopefully, for you on this show. And I just want to share this awesome moment with you. And thank you so much for watching and listening. Uh, Kind of an off the cuff episode today, but it's just been so much going on, y'all. Like, that's why I quit recording for 6 months. I just had to focus on this 100% and have it be my sole focus. So thank you for your support. And when I publish an episode and I see that you listen, I'm like, okay, you're still here. You're still listening to me, and I appreciate all the support. Okay, thank you so much, and I'll provide future updates in future episodes. But that's the big project revealed. We got into business school. Woo! All right. Have a great day. Bye.